Well, so the India's test squad for the England series, which is gonna start off on the 20th of June at Leeds. The first match is gonna be held at Leeds. The squad was announced, and it's gonna be a new era, the start of a new era for Indian Test team. As everyone is aware, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma hang up their boots, and now it's gonna be the new era under Shubman Gill with Rishabh Pant as his deputy. So the squad: Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, Sai Sudarshan, Abhimanyu Yaswan, Karun Nair, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Ravindra Jadeja, Dhruv Jurel, Washington Sundar, Shardul Thakur, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna, Akashdeep, Ashdeep Singh, and Kuldeep Yadav. So I'm joined by Ashish, and we would like to analyze the squad and maybe frame somewhat a playing 11, which is gonna start in the first test match at Leeds. So I'm gonna go to Ashish and ask him about the notable exclusions. So any names which you were surprised to not find in the paper?
Yeah, certainly. I was surprised to not find some in the squad. I see that India has picked up Prasidh Krishna and Arshdeep Singh. Uh, that shows that India is moving on to the next generation, and they are looking away from the veterans like that of Mohammad Sami. Not only that, we have Safraz Khan, the guy who just lost 10 kgs as well. He was always told about his fitness, and now he even showed that he's working on that. And but still, he wasn't picked mainly because he wasn't able to perform really well in the last few outings that he has had for India, and he even lost that visibility in this IPL after not being picked by any of the franchise and getting a chance there.
Yeah, this was
Then,
the same guy who scored that 150 against New Zealand at Bangalore, and then the next couple of matches didn't go his way. He wasn't picked in any of the games in VGT, and then I think they moved past him.
not only that, it is the Akshar Patel as well can be one of the notable exclusions, but Akshar Patel generally doesn't get a lot of chance in outside test cricket, outside India tests. But he was also overlooked during the New Zealand series per se, if I remember it correctly. So
Yeah, yeah, and Akshar, I thought at this point of time they could have at least taken him to England just for an exposure, maybe give him a game if possible, because Ravindra Jadeja is not gonna be there for a long time. I mean, he's also I think 35 plus, and he might call it a day anytime soon. So just to give him the exposure of playing overseas, because Sundar and Akshar have that batting ability, and you can use him.
yeah, Akshar could have been the batter at number five because
Yes.
they used Akshar just for his batting ability.
Yes, so he is someone who can, you can use him as a proper batter and just as a backup bowler. I mean, you need not even use him as a proper fifth bowler. So they just for exposure they could have taken him, because he might need to play bigger roles going forward. Yeah, I know they have picked up Sundar to
And
maybe
in
play
this
as a
IPL,
backup to Jadeja.
and he has proven in red ball cricket time and again, and even in this IPL, he has shown that both with the bat he can act as an anchor, as an aggressor. He has done everything.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I mean his batting has come up by leaps and bounds, and I mean even in the IPL he has batted at 4 at 5, so he has that confidence now.
yep,
Yeah, and I mean, apart from that, I think even Shreyas Iyer is a big exclusion, because everyone was expecting he's done well in the recent domestic games. He's done well in the white ball games for India, leading well in the Punjab Kings in IPL. So, I mean, I really don't find Shreyas Iyer doing a lot of wrong things. Yeah, you can say that he wasn't having those numbers when he last played red ball for India, but I mean, considering this is a young team, Shubman Gill himself, who is the skipper, hasn't had great returns, particularly away from home. He's averaging pretty low, I mean, away from home, and that's not a very good example. So you could have picked up Shreyas at least to help them in the leadership duties, also considering he has great experience in that role.
yep, exactly that. And as you mentioned, that Shreyas Iyer hasn't done anything wrong, and I don't know why India and the management from India, surprisingly, the coach and the captain won an IPL. I feel this is the worst coach captain. If you look at all the IPL winning coach and captains duos, this is probably the most rival ones. And surprisingly, somehow, uh, amidst every rivalry, you'll find Gautam Gambhir being one of the characters somehow. I don't know why. Anyways, moving past that, so these are the few notable exclusions. Now, moving to the notable inclusions. The first one, and my favorite, Sai Sudarshan getting a chance in the Indian team. And I have been saying it so many times that I see Sai Sudarshan being replacing Ajinkya Rahane in the middle order. Now with Virat Kohli gone, he might have even bigger shoes to fill. And
I think Sai Sudarshan is surely starting off at number 3, and they will
yeah,
surely look him to play maybe not just that Virat role, but that Pujara role also. Just spend time at the crease and all. Yeah,
yeah,
he may not have great first class numbers, but I have a lot of faith in his potential. But I
and
think the yeah yeah
yeah, I
continue.
know he has played county cricket fairly less number of games, but he has some potential. He scored 100,
Yes,
so he has potential, and I believe that that guy. I want to see Sai Sudarshan in the Indian squad for the next decade. I see potential in him, and I want to see him at the that stage. Uh,
yeah. I mean
he's
another
one of
inclusion will be
those guys. He's one of those guys who is still preserving the old cricketing techniques in today's uh, baseball cricketing days. So
yeah. I mean the next big name will be surely Karun Nair. So
Karuna,
and it
so
life has
let
come a
me
full
give you
circle
one
for him
chance.
because his last series in the Indian jersey, though he didn't get to play any game, but he was there with the Indian team when they toured England in 2018. So that was 7 years back. 7 years later, he has made a comeback in the Test team, and I mean it has been a really nice journey for him. Everyone is aware. I mean the way he said that cricket luck give me last chance, and he did well in the domestic games, averaged an
And
insane number in even in the white ball format of the domestic games, and now he's come back.
not only that, uh, Karuna, as we are recording today, he played a very good 44 runs innings today, just today,
Yeah.
to take Delhi Capitals home in their last game. So yeah, he might have been delighted today to hear the news of his name in the Test squad. So yeah, Karun Nair is a guy who might even get a chance in the squad since India doesn't have a uh, big batting lineup these days. And I
Yeah, I
would
mean,
just like
Karuna can get a
to add that
chance.
yeah,
Mm.
Karun Nair in 2023 and 2024 played for Nottinghamshire. He scored 736 runs in 10 games with an average of 56.61. So, not too far ago, just a couple of years back, he has scored at an average of 56 for 10 games for a county team. So, that shows potential in him that he can score in English conditions as well. And not only
Yeah,
in India, which is something which goes a lot with Sarfraz Khan, that he has a ton of runs in India, but his outside stats for India doesn't really speak up. So that's
yeah.
another
So a
thing.
few of the guys in this team, like Sai, Karun Nair, even Arshdeep Singh, who got a chance to make a debut this series. So he's also had a lot of experience in county, and he's done well there also. So these guys have got experience of playing in English conditions, and that will definitely come to help. So coming to the playing 11 now, I mean
Yeah,
the first match, I think the opening is gonna be done by Yashasvi and KL. So KL, I mean, he is shuffled around from the top to the bottom. He's played at almost every position, but I think last BGT they finally came to the conclusion that KL has to play at the top, and he did well in the BGT. So he was one of India's best performers with the bat in that series. And Yashasvi, I mean, since his debut in 2023, I mean, he's done tremendously well, be it in the home series against England, in the BGT, and I mean, everywhere he's scored tons of runs. So Yashasvi and KL, without a shadow of doubt. At number 3, I think it's gonna be the kid Sai Sudarshan. So he's gonna play at number 3. At number 4, the new captain Shubman Gill. So for Gill, I mean, this is gonna be a make or break series, to be honest, because I think he's now got the responsibility of leader also. He's averaging just 35 in tests, and his average record is even way more pathetic. So he really needs to strap up his boots and come to the fore. I mean, there will be some huge pressure on him. This is a new cycle, the start of a new cycle for India, and I mean, he's batting at number 4, so a position which had been occupied by Virat Kohli for around 10, 12 years, and before that, Sachin Tendulkar. So he's batting at that position, and that's definitely gonna be a huge pressure on the young guy. Now number five, I think number five they can do maybe different things. Either they can play Karun Nair, they can also play Dhruv Jurel, who did well in the home series against England. Or one thing they can do is promote Ravindra Jadeja or Washington Sundar to play at 5 and play Rishabh at 6. So that can also be the way. Now, coming to number 7, I mean, if Dhruv Jurel or Karun Nair plays at 5, then what they can do is maybe play Jadeja at 7. Else, what they can do is play both Nitish and Shardul and then play the three seamers. So, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj. Now, who becomes the other seamer? Who do you feel, Ashish? I mean, Akashdeep, there's Arshdeep, and then there's Prasidh Krishna, who is having an impressive IPL, played well in Sydney also.
For starting, I would go with Arshdeep Singh because he's the only left-arm seamer, and just
Yeah,
because of
yeah. I mean,
that,
Jasprit Bumrah will surely be the leader of the pack. I mean, but Siraj will be the workhorse, and Bumrah will be used in short bursts. You can't just exhaust him like you did in Australia. Arshdeep can use the new ball to good effect. He's also got variations in his bowling, and he's got exposure bowling in English conditions, playing for the county teams.
yeah, even our part-timers like Nitish and Sardul are right armers. So just for the left arm advantage, I would go for Arshdeep.
Yeah, I think they can start with Arshdeep in Leeds. Maybe they can try Prasidh on some of the flatter decks where, I mean, even that England Zimbabwe test, that was a pretty dry, flat pitch. So if the pitches turn out to be like that, they might need Prasidh just to use that height of his, get some good bounce off this surface and bounce out batters that may be used in oval or maybe if the Lord's pitch turns out flat, maybe in Edgbaston in those surfaces. And also some of the English batters like Harry Brook has some weaknesses against the short pitch deliveries. Then there comes another name, Kuldeep Yadav. I think Kuldeep Yadav may not get a game, to be honest. So it's tough for him because he doesn't offer much with the bat. And India don't have those pacers who can bat well in the top 6, 7. So Kuldeep will maybe find it a bit tough. So I think that's going to be mostly the playing 11. So any feedback from your side, Ashish?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And just one Iswaran, another good game, add a good name added to the squad. He deserves. He has been performing so well in the red ball cricket. The only drawback is he comes from Bengal, and he's
Yeah,
not.
Abhimanyu
He's
Yaswaran.
not
So
he's not from Bengal. He is from Uttarakhand, if I'm not wrong. So even from Bengal circuit, he doesn't get a lot of push, and from the India circuit as well, he doesn't get a lot of push. So
yeah,
seeing
he's
him at
someone who has been traveling with India for the last 2 years, I think, but he never
yeah,
gets a game.
in for India, he has captain. He has done very well for India. So I still remember him, him having a conversation, him sharing a conversation with Rahul Dravid, where Rahul Dravid had suggested him that don't focus too much on too many things, just take each ball at a time, and that helped him to play those longer innings. And unfortunately, he couldn't do well in the warm-up game that he got at Australia. That actually dropped his chances of getting a game in the actual squad. He might again not get a game for India in England, but definitely a good exposure for him for his own personal growth.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
So I mean, players to watch out for in the England series. For me, I would like to watch out Shubman Gill because I think he's now having a great responsibility and surely Jasprit Bumrah. So Ashish, two names. If I want to pick from this squad, players to watch out, you would like to watch out for.
uh, Gill and Bumrah again.
And
Gill Bumrah,
predictions for the series.
that's a tough one. I would go with a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Okay, so one match you are contributing to rain. Anyways, which will surely come in England. So I think that's it. We will surely come up with more updates. And once the series starts, we will be making videos. So please watch out our other content on the ongoing IPL as well. Till then, cheers. Goodbye.